Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I make dill pickles. So these are my dill pickles, and most of the items are actually free. The cucumbers were from my garden, the garlic and also the dill were from my garden. So the only cost I had into this jar was the vinegar and salt that were in the brine. So these are really great frugal snack for anyone that's looking for something cheap, frugal, organic, gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, meat-free, all the frees, money-free. So you guys can see these are some pretty ugly cucumbers. They're obviously very overripe, and that's because I'm a lazy gardener and I didn't get out there and pick them when I should have. So they've got a little yellow on them, but I don't know. They are what they are. And I'm going to cut them open here. And I'm actually going to take the seeds out. If you were making regular pickles with normal cucumbers, you would not take the seeds out. But look at how big those seeds are. So I'm going to be taking out seeds, and I'll just be using the chunky part, like the fleshy part there, for the actual pickles. If you've never canned anything before, one thing you have to do is sterilize the jars. So if you can see in there, I'm water bath canning today, so this is a really easy way to sterilize your jars. I'm heating up the water in my water bath canner, but I put all of my jars in there already. So the water is going to boil, and that's going to sterilize the jars, and then I'm going to take the jars out, fill them, put them back in the already hot water, and then turn the burner on and start the actual canning process. I love this method because you have to heat up the water anyways, so why not stick your jars in there while you're at it, and that gets the job done fast and easy. Here I've got everything assembled, and I'm going to start first with 1 clove of garlic in each jar. And also some dill here. The recipe said 1 layer, so I'm just going to put a couple of sprigs in each jar here at the bottom. Yeah, we'll call that good. These are dill pickles. I really like dill pickles, so that's what I'm making. Now I'm going to put in some of my pickle pieces here. And I'm just going to pack this jar as full as I can get it with these pieces that I've made. And like I said before, these are not beautiful pickles, okay? These are just something that I can make myself, that I can eat during the winter, and it is almost free to me. So see if I can fit anything else in here. Might be able to put a few more in. And I have the brine boiling right now, so we're gonna pour brine over this before we put the lid on and stuff. So this is what it looks like. See if you can tell what it looks like. Yeah, there's a few empty spots. I'm going to try to fill up some of those. Now, if you were making regular, not lazy person pickles, you would want them all lined up and everything. But these aren't pretty pickles, so I really just don't care. And it's okay not to care, because we don't have time to care about absolutely everything. So there is my full pickle jar. Now I'm going to pour the brine over that, and then I will put the sterilized lid and ring on it. Okay, here we have the hot steaming brine, and I'm just going to fill this jar right up with brine. Okay, now that I filled this jar up with brine, and I left about a 1/2 inch of headspace on top. Headspace is like how headspace is the amount of space between the brine here and the top of the jar. So I left out 1/2 inch of headspace, and now I'm going to go through, and you can't see it on the camera here, but I'm going to check around the sides for air bubbles, and I'm going to get those out by using this knife and kind of going down the side like this and getting out all of those air bubbles. There's not too many here. I think that's why when you usually do pickles, you're supposed to put them all upright, because then there's a less chance of bubbles getting stuck in there. So this one looks pretty decent. Got my sterilized lid here. I just put the lids in boiling water and call that good. So this is really handy, this little magnetic lid picker-upper thing. And before you put the lid on, you're just going to go around the edge here with a damp cloth to get any debris. And then we'll put the lid on and put a ring on it. So there's some controversy over whether or not you should reuse the lids. Conventional wisdom says use new lids every time, but however, I've tried using lids, reusing lids, I guess you could say, and my conclusion is if you're canning something that's kind of throwaway, like these pickles here, it'll work, but sometimes it doesn't work. So I would definitely not reuse canning lids for things like meat or something, or fruit or something more valuable. So you'll know if the lid hasn't sealed because you'll be able to pop it up and down with your finger. And so I have found some jars in the pantry that didn't seal with reused lids. So that's my philosophy. If I'm doing something really important or really valuable, I'll use new lids. If not, I don't freak out if I run out of lids and have to use one that's already been used.